Hey guys, it's Sharon, and it's that time to give you my final thoughts on last week's makeup of the week and to shop my stash for the coming week. So this was kind of an unexciting week. That's why I don't have my Faceline camera or any clips to show you. This was sort of just like it was fine kind of week. So I want to go over every product in here and kind of give you my thoughts, and then we'll get into shopping. Starting out with my palette, I did use Sydney Grace shadows this week. The majority of the shadows in this palette are Sydney Grace that I handpicked myself and put into the C palette. So I really primarily focused with these two top lines here. Now these were incredible. This was the best part of the whole week, really. These shadows are just amazing. I picked all cool tone shades. They are beautiful, and I really enjoyed using this palette this week. So this was standout. If you haven't tried Sydney Grace shadows, you absolutely need to. I have the website linked below. Just check it out. The cool part is that you can hand pick your own palette. So if you feel like there is not like the perfect palette out there for you, you can make it yourself. Like, it's gonna cost you, it's not cheap, but at the same time, if you know you're spending money and you are going to use every single shade that you picked, then it is worth it, because you're not buying a palette that has half shades in it that you're never gonna use, you know what I mean? So definitely something to consider if you feel like you just haven't found your perfect palette. Think about making your own. Sydney Grace is excellent. Right, so I won't speak about some of these things because I've talked about them a million times, but I'm still using my Ulta Beauty matte eye primer. Then for complexion this week, I went with the Neutrogena Healthy, Radiant Cream Concealer Healthy Skin. This is so nice. If you can find a shade that works for you at the drugstore, definitely pick it up. Totally worth it. Really love that concealer. This one is the color corrector I chose for the week from Ulta Beauty. It is just like their pink color corrector shade. It was, I'm not sure if the product is entirely new or if I just discovered it during their sort of like rebrand of the Ulta Beauty brand. But that's when I got it. I don't know that I have a strong opinion of this yet. I'm gonna have to continue using it. I feel like it's not as brightening as like my LA Girl one that I used last week. And it's not as hydrating as the like Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. So I don't think this is gonna be a favorite, but like I don't hate it. I need to use it some more and get a more solid opinion on this. Then for foundation this week, I used the REM foundation. This is Ariana Grande's brand. My shade is Fair N2. And what I will say is Ariana Grande is a very fair-skinned lady. So if you are fair-skinned and you need a foundation for your fair skin, this line has a lot to choose from. She did a great job covering like the fair skin shades. So the shade match is not an issue for me. Shade match is great. My problem is that it's too matte. I was actually kind of surprised by the reviews. I was reading some reviews on Ulta. Now, if you love this, great. I'm just giving you my kind of final thoughts on it. I've had this for over a year now. I've been using it on and off. I've used probably half the foundation, and I'm going to go ahead and let it go after this week. I'm gonna declutter it. It is, on the older side, and it's just not a favorite. It's too matte. It says that it's a natural matte hydrating foundation. I didn't feel like I was getting any hydration from this. Everyone in the reviews and like in the claims of the product said that in studies, 100% of women reported feeling more hydration after using this. I don't feel like I felt that, but okay. It's just too dry on the skin. It did eventually like melt in and look nicer, but upon initial application, it looks like garbage, It did kind of melt in, like I said, as the day went on and looked a little bit better throughout the day, which is interesting for a foundation. But yeah, it's not something that I'm gonna get again. Just not a fave. Too dry, it's just too dry. It's just too matte. I have better matte foundations that look better on my skin. This just did not look that great. All right, for mascara, we pulled out the Wet n Wild So Defined. I've talked about this before. This is not my favorite mascara in the world. It's not like it's a holy grail or anything. It does have a really interesting shaped wand. It's kind of like a curve, but it's not like the typical U shape. It's almost just like the tip is what kind of flares out. It is rubber bristled. for Wet n Wild, this is a 10 out of 10 because Wet n Wild has never had a mascara so good before. My 13-year-old heart would have loved this back in the day. I would have loved it. I used to wear Wet n Wild like exclusively. I would wait for Osco Drug to have sales. I hope that's focusing. And get it for 50% off when they used to do that. Loved it. So if you do need an affordable mascara, this is one that I would consider trying if you're just curious, because it's like $6, $5 or $6, and it definitely is good. It didn't smudge too much on me. I did like it, of course, better paired with my CoverGirl Lash Blast Primer. This almost always makes mascaras look better. Then I've talked about these a million times before. They're just the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencils. This one's in yogurt, this one's in lavender. I love these. I pulled these specifically because of the color story I had in my Sydney Grace shadows. And I like to use these to emphasize a lid color. I love these pencils. I think they're some of my favorite for laying down on the lid. I do not ever wear them alone, but I do put them under a shadow to help like keep it from creasing, to intensify, all that good stuff. These are great. All right, Maybelline Super Luck is the gel that I pulled in this week because I finally used up that Kosas brow gel. It just like got bad. My eyebrows were looking like there was like particles of like crust in them. It was gross. I'd never seen it before, and I'm realizing it's because it's too old. There's too much stuff mixed in, so it had to go. So I pulled this in from my collection, and I'm going to go ahead and let this one go also. I know this is a current favorite of a lot of people, and it is not a bad brow gel. I will say that. It is, it's gonna hold your brows. If you are going skydiving and you need to lacquer your brows to your head, get this. They won't go anywhere. But in my day-to-day, I don't have that many problems with my brow hairs going awry, and this was just too firm of a hold for me. So for that, I'm gonna go ahead and let it go because I just did not enjoy how it felt through the day. They just felt firm and crusty and like not for me. But if you truly have unruly brows that you're trying to tame, this will do it. They're not going anywhere. Then again, Too Faced Better Than Sex liners. These are the only two liquid liners I currently have in my collection for brown and black. They are my favorite new Holy Grail liquid liner. So excellent. If you like a brush tip liquid liner, you need to try these out. Still working my way through the By Mario Perfect Brown Liner. And then I always have my MAC Giga Black Lash, of course, in the drawer. Been loving that. Then for brows, again this week, I did use the ABH pomade in taupe. Pomades are not my favorite thing to use for a brow. I just prefer a pencil, but I have this, and so I'm working on using it, so it's fine. Setting spray, I had the Ulta Beauty brand Dewy Glaze setting spray. I like this. This is really nice. It doesn't make you look shiny or crazy or glittery. It just kind of helps melt everything into your skin and look hydrated. So especially paired with this matte REM foundation, I really like this setting spray. I think this is kind of what helped tame the look through the day and made me like my skin a little bit more. For cream products this week, I have the Sephora Contour Stick. I've talked about this a ton. I love this, especially if you're cool tone skin. It is absolutely perfect. So good. You can see I've made a huge dent in mine. There's like almost not even a dome left anymore. I'm gonna have to start twisting it up. Such a great bronzer contour type shade. Blends really nice. Is a good sort of like grayish tone. So if you are wanting more of that true contour, this is it. For blush, I pulled in the Honest Beauty blush in Plumberry, and I really enjoyed using this week. I'm not sure it's my favorite on my cheeks. However, I love it on my lips. It was beautiful on my lips as like a little balm I could tap on. And I did like it on my cheeks too. I think it's more appropriate for fall and winter. So when we're starting to kind of tiptoe into the spring, I feel like this is not something I'll be reaching for, but I will for my lips because I liked it on my lips. I'd be interested in trying different shades in this if I could find it. Then for highlight, I've been using the Ulta Beauty Face Highlighting Color Stick. This, I realized upon making my links, you can't get this. I believe I got it as part of like a freebie gift bag, or it was part of like a kit, I think, that I bought at some point from Ulta Beauty brand, because I didn't see any stick highlighters on their website at all. So sorry about that, but if you do happen to find it, it's in Pixie Dust and I really like it. It's one of my only stick highlighters and I do really enjoy it, so I continue to use it. Okay, on to the powder products. I pulled out the Rimmel Stay Matte. This is a classic powder. I've gone through many of these over the years, and I will continue to use it and keep it in my collection because it's affordable and it works great. For powder highlight, this is from Ofra, and it actually says it's the Pure Glow finishing powder. I don't know who is using this as a finishing powder. This is a highlight. Look at that. That's a highlight. Come on. Who is using that as a finishing powder? Not me. But I did love it as a very subtle highlight. It's exactly what I like in a highlight, where it just adds some glow. It doesn't add glitter or sparkle. It's just a beautiful, healthy, lit from within glow. I wouldn't put it all over my face though, because you can definitely see it when you put it on. So that's interesting to me, but I do like it. It's in the shade Light. Everything is linked down below. Bronzer, again this week, I pulled out my Tarte Park Avenue Princess. I love this bronzer. It is a holy grail for me. And then for blush, I was using the matte blush from MAC in Mocha, and I love this shade. This is gonna be a year-round favorite for me. Love it so much. To round it out, the products leaving are the REM foundation and the Maybelline Superblock brow gel. So not a lot leaving this week, but still 2 products that I have decided to weed out from my collection that are not favorites. The one that's on the fence is the Ulta Beauty Color Corrector. So I'll use that again in the next few weeks and kind of try to determine what my thoughts are on this. So let's go ahead and put all this away and shop my stash. Okay, I hope you can see in this drawer well enough. We're going to pick eyeshadow first. As always, I like to kind of base the rest of my face around my eyeshadow looks. So what are we feeling for this week? I will say we are coming out of the frigid temperatures in Kansas City. We've been in the negatives, like -30 wind chill, and we are seeing some spring weather this week. Like it's supposed to be 50s and 60s this next week. So I'm feeling something maybe light, airy, maybe like a Natasha Denona, I Need a Nude as a possibility. But I feel like maybe I want to pull something out I haven't used even that much, because I've used that one fairly recently. This is a good like springy palette from Laura Geller. Very springy. I'm not sure if I'm ready to go that springy, but maybe. It's very light. I like that a lot, so that's an option. What else could we consider? Maybe like Icy Nudes from Huda. Maybe this Laura Geller, which does feel very spring summery to me. Kind of feel like I want to go with this. This feels just so light and bright, and we've had such gloomy days. This might be the winner here. Or Natasha. You know, I think I'm gonna go Laura Geller because I really haven't used it much. Definitely not recently. So we're gonna do that. For foundation, I did already pick it out, so I'll just show you. I'm going to use the Clinique Even Better. I'm picking this because I told my friend that I did have it and I would give her a review on it, and I don't remember my thoughts. It's made it through declutters, so it's clearly good enough to keep, but I don't have a strong opinion, so I want to use this week. Mine's in the shade WN01 Flax. I got this for free as my Diamond Beauty gift from Ulta back in September, I believe. All right, let's do cream products next. Oops. Yes, my little baby girl has been playing with my makeup. Goodness gracious. Okay. I'm thinking right out the gate, this Clinique Balm Stick. Such a pretty, like, springy, bright pink. I think we're gonna go with that. It smells like watermelon. Okay, and then for bronzer, what do we think? What do we think for bronzer? Maybe the Chanel? Okay, let's do that. I'm just trying to make decisions over here. We're not trying to hem and haw, right? Then I need a highlight. I just used Joa recently, so I don't want to use that. Maybe the Catrice All Over. I feel like this is a little bit too gold, though. Oh, maybe not. It's kind of gold, but it's pretty. Let's go with that. I don't love a squeezy tube highlight. I prefer like, this is really truly my favorite from Tarte, where it comes in a wand. But like, yeah, this one has a doe foot applicator and I really like that, or a stick. I just don't love a squeezy tube. So let's use that and kind of determine, are we keeping it? Are we getting rid of it? Perfect. Okay, so that takes care of cream. All right, I hope you can see in this drawer good enough. I'm still just gonna keep using my ABH pomade because I don't have any pencils open currently, and the pomade's working well enough, so let's just keep using what I've got open. I kept my liquid liners in the drawer. Let's see, do I need to pull in? I feel like I could maybe benefit from pulling in a chubby stick again this week. Let's see, yeah, Charlotte was in here again, playing around with stuff. She loves to look through my makeup drawers. Let's maybe pull in like a good base. I just did yogurt last week, although yogurt is my favorite because it goes with all of these shades. I do love that. But yeah, let's pull something different. Maybe, no, the Laura Mercier I think is too, yeah, that's not quite right. Maybe this one from Laura Mercier. It's more of like a matte though. Not really what I'm going for. I never reach for these. They'll probably get decluttered soon. Kiko. Wow, I might just do it again, you guys. I think I might just pull in yogurt. It is such a staple. Oh, I do also have the Sephora. I'll do that one. This Sephora one's really pretty. I got it on clearance, so I don't know if you can still get it. But it's real pretty. It's a little bit creamier than the NYX, so I do still think I prefer the NYX to this, but this is still very pretty. Okay, my hand is also looking really muddy, so that was not a great swatch because I've got all that like bronzer on there. Okay, for mascaras, let's see, that goes over there. Maybe like a purple to go with like the pinks, that could be pretty. We're starting to weed out, ooh, you know what, Benefit They're Real. Let's pull that out. Let's pull out Benefit They're Real. That was easy. Okay. All right, let's pick a lip for the week to kind of focus on. I want to do like a really like light, maybe like a peachy pink kind of lip. So what should we do? Ooh, glossed up rose, maybe that. Bare It All, let's see. Ooh, maybe Urban Decay. That's a nice pink. Yeah, but you know, let's really like play up the pink, I think. Let's go with the Urban Decay lipstick in Rush. Really like that. And then I'm gonna pull in my NYX Fat Oil that's like a bright shimmery pink. What shade is this? Supermodel. All right, so here are my powders and bronzers. So for the week, I think, so we've got the Clinique Even Better Clinical Serum Foundation. It says weightless, buildable, full coverage. So interesting, and shake well. I think we might go with, you know, we're going springy. Let's go with the pink Kosas Cloud Set powder, the candy. Let's go with that. Then for setting spray, let's pull in, gosh, I was really liking this Ulta one, the Dewy. Let's just pull that in and make that kind of a focus right now. I'm really liking that setting spray. Then for face, you know what I'm kind of thinking is I could pull in this Clinique palette and let that just be my bronzer, blush, highlight for powders and call that good. Does that work well enough? I'm not sure that it's exactly quite right, but I think it could work, you know? I think it would be fine. And if it's not, I could always pull something else in. Let's do that because I haven't touched this in a hot minute. So let's just pull that out and have a one and done kind of product. All right, now this is my favorite part where I put it all together. So I already have my pomade in here, my lash primer, my MAC Giga Black Lash, my two Too Faced the Black and Brown, depending on kind of the look I did that day, and then the Mario Brown liners. We're gonna focus on those. We're gonna pop the Clinique palette in the back where it goes. That was popped out. The Laura Geller palette right here where I keep my palette. Although I suppose I could put it up here because it doesn't really fit there. We can kind of swap that around. Then, let's see, we've got my powder, mascara, cream highlight, let's see, bronzer, the shadow stick, oh, the Clinique foundation, the cream. Let's see, we can pop my lips up there, pop that there. Oh, I need a concealer and a color corrector. Let me just grab that really fast. I'm just making it really easy, and I'm pulling out some classics, Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in like my concealer shade, and then the pink brightener. Call it good there. So, there you have it. That's the makeup for the week. I'm feeling good about this. I'm feeling light, springy, airy. It's gonna be good. Stay tuned. I'll let you know my thoughts at the end of the week, and we'll see if we were able to declutter any more of these goodies from the collection. I'm really enjoying honing in on my collection and really curating it to be products that I truly love and enjoy using. You know that it wasn't like a great spattering of products when I'm just like, I don't feel like getting ready. I'm bored with everything. So I love switching this out every single week so I can kind of rotate my products, find what I'm loving, find what's great, find what's not working, and really just hone in on a great collection. So I hope you are enjoying these videos. If you are, give them a thumbs up. If you've made it this far and you're not subscribed, I'd love to have you subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for more fun like this. We are almost at the end of the month where I will share my declutter of the month, where I share all the products that I weeded out in the month of February. So stay tuned for that if you like a good declutter. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.